Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while. Actually not, but I don't want to do so many videos about Zelda, but look, there was one thing that really just downright ticked me off about something. There's a gamer on YouTube, which I have the utmost respect for, and I've had been in contact with and made responses to. And look, I just think he's one of the most honest people, honest Nintendo fans out there on YouTube. But he made one comment that particularly, ticked me off. That a lot of Nintendo fans do. Basically what I'm trying to say is he does something that a lot of butthurt Nintendo fanboys do all. Criticize a Zelda game? You don't know what you're talking about. You're stupid. You're not a gamer. You can't criticize Zelda. It's Zelda. Like, what the heck? That's not to say that I don't like Zelda. Of course I do. But why is it that if somebody doesn't like a game, doesn't like what you like, that means they're stupid. That means they're ignorant. That's ridiculous. And anybody that says that Zelda game is a 10 or it's the greatest game of all time, it's the most innovative game of all time, they're stupid idiots. Okay? They're idiots. It's not perfect. It has a lot of issues. A lot of issues. But Game Reviews made a particular comment. Then look, I preface this that I have an utmost respect for her. But this comment just made me mad, in a way. Like, what? It's like you can't criticize Zelda. I hope this records. It's not a power phrase. Alright guys, here it goes. All credibility? It's like, you have no credibility if you don't like Zelda. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. No, it doesn't. I played Zelda Skyward Sword. I beat the game. It is a good game. Yes. It's probably one of the best games this year. Yes. But does it deserve a 9.5? Does it deserve a 93 for Metacritic? No, it does not. It has a lot of issues. The game does. Now, for the most part, does the motion controls work? Yeah, I did a review of this game, remember? For the most part, the controls work pretty nicely. They work pretty well, and it's fun. Especially the first boss, it really feels like you're fighting against the boss, and it makes it feel very realistic and intuitive and interactive. I love it. If all games would have that kind of motion controls, yeah, it'd be great. But there are problems with the motion controls. It's not always as responsive. When you're trying to do a forward jab like this, a lot of times, by mistake, I go like this instead of sometimes you have to go like that. But a lot of times you go like that, and even when you're in the heat of the battle, you can't always concentrate on how accurate your controls are, and it does a forward spin. A lot of times you have the enemy like, I can't show it, like that, and you're trying to go like that. It doesn't go that way. So the controls, about 85% of the time it works. Here, but to say that you lost all credibility as a gamer because anyone who doesn't like Zelda, I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's like no one can dislike your game. If they dislike your game, you get all butthurt and like all crybaby-ish. Why are you being such a crybaby about the issue? I mean, come on. People are allowed to not like Zelda, okay? People are allowed to have some criticisms. One of the main things that I disliked about Zelda is its saving system. The saving system in Zelda is crap. Hardcore crap. It's always been that way. It's like you have to complete a whole entire dungeon. If you don't, you gotta repeat yourself and go back to then do the whole thing over and go through the same areas over again. And if you die, you gotta repeat a whole tons of things over again. That just ruins the experience. It ruins the flow of the game. It ruins the fluidity. Okay? For the most part, the fluidity of Zelda's solid. But it's like, why do I have to do this part again if I did it already? Why can't you have more checkpoints? Why can't there be an auto-save system in Zelda? Why not? Why do you have to make me do the same part over and over again? I was ready to throw the Wiimote at the TV 5 million times. Why? Another thing I'm talking about the Game Your Spot review, by the way, that he didn't dislike. The add-ons, the pad-ons, whatever you want to call them. In other words, fetch quests. Zelda has a lot of those, my friend. At the end of the game, you gotta collect the 3 parts of the songs from all the 3 dragons, right? One of the 2 parts is that you have to go fetch all the fish from essentially she floods Faron Woods, and you have to go back and get all the tunes. Why do I have to do that? Why is that put there in the game? It's so unnecessary. It's not fun. It's annoying, and that's a minor gripe. For the most part of the game, about 90% of them, you know, the missions in the game, the dungeons, the quests are fun. But parts like that, and the parts where you're in Elden Volcano, where they get rid of all your items and you have to go fetch for your items, what's the point of putting that? What does that have to do with the storyline of the game? What does that have to do with the quest that you're trying to stop the demise from coming into the world? Why is that there? Why is that part of the story? Why do I care about doing it? Why are they putting that there? It's so not necessary. Again, for the most part, this doesn't happen in Zelda. There are a lot of problems with Zelda Skyward Sword, but not enough to give it a 7.5. There I disagree. I don't think it should be a good game. It's a great game with a lot of problems. It's a great game that if they would tweak up and put it on an HD console and fix certain things about Zelda, it could be an awesome game. But to say it's the best game out there, and no. Alright, anyways, that's not the point of my video. Anyway, let's just continue on what he said. So you're a disgrace, you're not a gamer for criticizing Zelda. That's basically what he's saying. You know what I mean? Another thing he addresses, which I won't play, is the fact that, oh, what's the difference between Zelda having paddons and other games? Other games have paddons, yes, but not as much as Zelda. Okay? Other games, they have paddons, but they're minor and they're optional. You don't have to do them. And the side quests, like, this is why, and there's no secret. I got my Game of the Year list, by the way, right here. But this is why Skyrim is Game of the Year for me. It's a game that has side quests that are just as vibrant, just as detailed, just as fun as the main quest. You know why? And they have nothing to do with the main story of the game. It's a separate game in its own right. Does Zelda have that? No. I mean, I think they should change Zelda up a little bit. I mean, keep the core mechanics. You're always going to have the core great Zelda gameplay. But Zelda's not an innovative game. It's your typical Zelda game. It's better than most. I think it's better than actually, you know, it's better than Twilight Princess actually. But to give it to say that it's, you know. But anyways, the point is, you're not a gamer. You lost all credibility. You're an idiot because you don't like Zelda. And keep in mind, game reviews. Let's see when he made this video. Let's see when he made this video. November 18th. When did Zelda come out? November 20th. Can't even play the game, and yet whoever dislikes Skyward Sword doesn't have any credibility. I mean, game reviews, you're being dishonest here, and you're being no offense, please don't take this seriously, but this is just, I'm not really like letting it out on just you, but all Nintendo fans. And sometimes Sony fans get like this too, but you're butthurt because someone doesn't like your game. You can't tolerate other people's opinions. Why? Why can I say that Zelda's not the best game ever? Why can I criticize the game? I guess I'm not a gamer, or I lost all my credibility because I don't like Zelda. The guy at the time, I'm not saying now. Now it's end of January, so he played the game. I saw his reviews and everything. He still thinks it's an epic game, whatever. But something tells me that he was going to think this was a great game regardless if he played it or not. I don't think, game reviews, I don't think you're being fair. That's my point. You're not being fair. You're being a fanboy here. In this particular situation, you're being a little bit of a fanboy. And I think I would love to see a response video on this because there's a lot of Nintendo fans that do what you do. And there's a lot of Sony fans that do what you do. And they're just so intolerant. If someone doesn't like your game, you get all defensive and you get crybaby-ish. Not to say that GameSpot was right, that it was formulaic, it was typical. I don't think so. I don't agree with them on that, by the way. I think you're right. I think for the most part, GameSpot probably did get it wrong. I'm just questioning your response in saying that if someone doesn't like your game, you're ignorant, you lost all credibility. To me, that is nonsense. That is utter nonsense, and you know what? You can't tolerate that someone doesn't like what you like and someone has a disagreement. In this particular situation I'm talking about. Okay, game reviews, please, I really want to see your response, and I want you to watch my review of Skyward Sword. I know you're not going to like it because I didn't give it a perfect 10, but look, please. I mean, I'm allowed to not like Zelda. Some people don't like Zelda. That doesn't mean they're ignorant and they lost all credibility. I mean, come on. Stop that. You're better than that. Okay, Game Reviews, take care. Have a good night.